Okay, hey guys, welcome back. It's Krahmon, and I am today. I'm just sitting down, and I'm going to be going over my Magic the Gathering Arena um, decks and everything that I have. As you can see, I've got several that are unfinished. Um, I'm working on a lot of these right now. However, I do have a few that I've built off the top. Uh, this one right here is just a test deck I'm working on. Uh, this one called We'll See. This one I'm actually kind of digging. It's basically a pure white aggro uh, with a lot of life gain. And I have 4 Ajani's Welcome, which is whenever a creature enters the battlefield, you gain 1 life. It's pretty nice. Uh, 3 Healer Hawks, flying lifelink. I mean, 1 cost 1 flying lifelink's amazing. For a common, that's extremely playable. And then 3 Leonin Vanguards. 1 white cat soldier, 1/1, speed bump. But at the beginning of your combat on your turn, if you control 3 or more creatures, it gets +1/+1, and you until the end of turn, and you gain 1 life. So this one's kind of a dual purpose. It can be an early beat stick if I start swarming. I run my Aegis of the Heavens, protect my creatures a little bit. This has actually come in handy I don't know how many times. I mean, getting an additional 1/7 for 2 mana is pretty nice. And of course, I have Ajani's Pridemate, so whenever you gain life, you put a 1/1 counter on it. If It's pretty insane. I actually had this thing up to 30/30 the other day. It was nuts. Revitalize, gain 3 life, draw a card. Actually, I don't even know why this isn't a permanent staple in white right now. Anything that allows you to draw a card in any deck is nice. Plus, you get the addition of gaining 3 life. This can postpone your defeat. Take Vengeance. Destroy target type creature. I enjoy this card. I just wish it was an instant. That's my only gripe with this card, is it should be an instant. However, I'll take it. And then I run the Kinjalli Sunwing. It's 3 cost 2/3 flyer, and creatures you control enter the battlefield tapped. So that next turn, if they can't do anything, and I have a Take Vengeance, I can destroy whatever monster or whatever creature they drop. Right now, I'm only running 1 Mentor of the Meek. I actually have 2 of these, if I'm not mistaken. Do I have 2? No, I do not. Okay, I only have 1. I want to get this one up to probably at least a 2 of for this deck. It can be really nice to give that extra draw power, because white can really fizzle out for lack of draw power. That's why there tends to be a lot of mixed white, not very many mono whites. Then I have my Resplendent Angels. This one is really nice when you're running the life gain deck. I mean, it's a 3 cost 3/3 flyer. It's amazing. Flying at the beginning of each end step. If you gain 5 or more life this turn, you create a 4/4 white angel creature token with flying and vigilance. Really awesome. And then for 6 mana, 3 white, 3 generic, until the end of turn, Resplendent Angel gets +2/+2 and gains lifelink. Basically, it kind of feeds itself for gaining the tokens if you get an unchecked attack with it being a 5/5. Sorry about that. Now, then we also have our Ajani, Adversary of Tyrants. I actually enjoy this one because, one, it's only a 4 cost Planeswalker, which can be really nice, and it's got some cool abilities here. For +1, you put a 1/1 counter on each of up to 2 target creatures, so that's pretty nice. And then for -2, return target creature card with converted mana cost 2 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. there are a lot of low-cost creatures in this deck, which is exactly why I wanted to put him in here. And also, in -7, you get an emblem with, at the beginning of your end step, create 3 1/1 white cat creature tokens with lifelink. So, you know, with this deck, you generally have a lot of speed bumps to protect him, so you can get to that, you know, get the 2 additional turns after playing him to get the 7 loyalty to use that ability. You know, it's not always perfect. Of course, I can always try to burn him, but that's, you know, that's the game. So, and then I also run the Leonin Warleader, and it's 4 cost 4/4. Whenever it attacks, create 2 1/1 white cat creature tokens with lifelink that are tapped and attacking. It's the only problem I have with it is that they're tapped and attacking, because I have some like I have Serra's Guardian, which gives your other creatures vigilance, which hurts in the fact that those tokens come into play tapped. But it's not a bad thing. I'm also running an Inspiring Commander. Whenever another creature with power 2 or less enters the battlefield under your control, you gain 1 life and draw 1 card. Only running a 1 of, because that's all I have right now. I would probably run this one as a 2. No, I definitely wouldn't run this one as a 3 or 4, simply because of its mana cost. I mean, it's a 6 cost. It's rough. Since I don't mana ramp at all in this, it really gets a little out of control sometimes if you get high cost cards early. But that's the main deck, and here's my sideboard. I have a Take Heart. The only reason I'm not running more of certain ones of these in my sideboard and replacing others is because I just don't have any in my collection right now. Revitalize, that's the 4th one. If I feel like I need that extra draw power and life gain, I'll throw that 4th one in there. A 4th Kinjalli. This is a good card. I just enjoy this card. Mentor the Meek. There's my 2nd one. Okay, so I do have 2 mentors, just 1 in the sideboard. I may have to swap that around. I have a 4th Resplendent Angel. I only have 1 of this card right here. Otherwise, it would be more of a main board card. I hate running 1-ofs of cards like this, though, in the main board. This actually wound up in the sideboard just as a reminder, hey, you need more of these. So, but this is a pretty good one. You gain 4 life, draw a card for an additional, I mean, you gain, for 1 additional mana, you gain 1 more life, and you draw a card from the Revitalize. So, and right now I'm running, I only have this 1 of these. This is an amazing card. I would love to run 3 of these, because then I can control the board a little easier, and just start swarming with my tokens and everything. So like each player chooses any number of creatures they control with total power 4 or less, then sacrifice all their creatures. So if I have a 4/4 that's really potent, like, you know, I'll keep it and just sack everything else. However, if done right, I can just have 4 1/1s, and they may not have that option. So it gives me a little more board control. But I only have the 1, so that's why it is side decked right now. Powerstone Shard. Honestly, that's kind of just a filler right now for this deck. It doesn't do as much for this deck as it would do for some other ones. In this one, it's kind of just, you know, extra mana, but you don't really need it too often. By the time you get this card, you're already emptying half your deck. Or have the ability to, anyway. Thran, Temporal Gateway. This is just kind of also just sitting here for right now. I don't have, well, actually, I haven't gone through and rechecked, because I've gotten more cards since I did this, so I might have to change that up some. 1 Cleansing Nova, that's all I have right now. but it's a more expensive Wrath of God or oh crap, what was the, I can't remember the one that destroyed all artifacts and enchantments from way back. Can't think of it off the top of my head, I'm sorry. Again, and then the Immortal Sun. This one could be good, could be bad. It cheapens all my costs. I get an additional card at each draw step, and my creatures get +1/+1. However, I can't use my planeswalkers. But then again, you know, to be fair, I'm only running 2 right now, so it probably wouldn't impact me as bad right now as it would any of the others. So this is just what I'm going with right now. I'll probably be doing some tweaks with this. I am really enjoying the early life gain and just overwhelming presence. The only problem I've had really has been you know, control decks are the bane of pretty much any deck. So other than that, I've done pretty well. There's been a few instances where this deck has taken some heat, but I've had quite a few people just straight concede the match once they see what I'm doing. So you know, anyway, guys, that will be it for this little review of this deck, and I will be doing some more reviews of my other decks. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed. I'll catch you in the next one.